Hi there, welcome to SharqiDance. My name is Yame and I'm back here on this channel every other Thursday breaking down basic belly dance movements to help you get started on your belly dance journey or to help you practice between classes. Today, we're going to jump right into a very common belly dance movement called Omis, or interior hip circle. So without further ado, let's just get up and get started. The Omis movement looks like this. It's a small circular movement that involves tilting the pelvis in all these different directions. So you'll need to be familiar with your piston hips, that's bending and straightening the knees, for the hip bones to go up and down with the heels grounded down onto the floor. If you need a more detailed breakdown in practice for piston hips, I will link a video breakdown that I've done of that in the past in the description below. The other movement that you'll need to know is pelvic tilts or pelvic tucks and releases. So that is the belly button going in towards the spine, the tailbone pointing down, flattening the lower back, engaging the lower belly. And then the release is the release of the belly muscles. Belly button goes away from the spine, tailbone points slightly back. So tucks and releases. I also have a detailed breakdown of that movement, so if you're not comfortable with it just yet, I will link that in the description below for you to check out. So we just put these two movements together in a specific order and create our Omis. So let's start with our feet about hip width apart in our basic posture. Our knees soft, so soften those knees slightly forward so that the tailbone can go slightly down and we can place our pelvis in that neutral position. A slight engagement of the lower belly. The ribs are stacked over the hips, the chest is open, head is stacked over the shoulders and rib cage are relaxed. So from this basic posture, we'll start with a piston hip straightening on the left side. So straighten that left leg into a soft straight position, let that hip bone go up. And then from here, we'll go into the tuck. From here, we'll straighten into the right side for the right side hip bone to go up. And then we release the pelvis slightly to the back. So straighten left, tuck, straighten right, and release. So just do a couple of these point by point. And I like hands on hips just to start the practice so that you can kind of guide your hip bones into the position that you want them to be in. So here, as I straighten the left leg, I'm kind of pushing my hip bone slightly up. As I tuck, I'm pressing back into my thumbs. My thumbs are in the back of my hips and pressing up into the tips of my fingers to tuck. As I straighten the right side, I'm guiding my hip bone up. And as I release, I'm pressing down into my fingertips on the front and up into my thumb in the back to release the pelvis. Keep the heels on the floor the whole time so the feet are flat on the floor and start to smooth the movement out. So we're going left, in, right, out. Left, in, right, out. And once you get comfortable with the movement, just let go of the hands. Keep your arms in a intentional position. So the arms are down, the elbows maybe are slightly flared out, the wrists are pressing in. Yeah, so continuing the movement and also keeping the pelvis aligned underneath the rib cage. So we don't take this circle, doesn't take our hips very far out of this alignment where you go off to the side or off to the front or off to the back. You kind of stay right beneath that rib cage with this movement. We'll just do one more in this direction and shake it out, and we'll go to the other side next. So back into that basic posture. This time we're gonna straighten the right leg and then tuck. Straighten the left and release. Right, tuck, left, release. Keep going, I'll show you from the side. release, and right, tuck, left, release. As you go into the tuck, really squeeze those lower belly muscles. And as you go into the release, relax the lower belly muscles. Again, right, tuck, left, release, and right, tuck, left, release. Now start to smooth it out. As you're smoothing it out, still making sure that you're really squeezing into the lower belly. Keep those hips right underneath that rib cage. Keep those heels down the whole time, working with the knees, working with the abdominal muscles. And if you're ready to release your hands from your hips, then you can have them down low by the sides of your hips. Or you can have the arms by the sides of your body. It's actually very helpful to practice with the arms in all the basic frames. So just continue the movement. Another thing to keep in mind is trying not to weight shift from one leg to the other. So as I'm circling, my whole body isn't shifting. I keep the movement very small, very controlled. I'm going the other way now. So I keep the movement very, very small and very controlled, and I keep my weight evenly distributed between both feet somewhat. So as you're straightening one leg, there might be a slight little weight shift there, but it's not a visible weight shift to where your whole body shifts to that side as you go through the circle. So we try to keep the movement fairly isolated to the lower body and the upper body as stable as we can. So reverse it, go the other way. So let's do this. We're going to go into the left side and then reverse from the tuck through the front and go over to the right and pause on the right, reverse through the tuck and go to the left. So just reverse back and forth a few times. To the left and reverse through the front. And pause on the right and reverse through the front. To the left and right and relax. Shake everything out. So this is it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit like and subscribe to be notified of future videos. And if you'd like to learn directly from me online on classes that are live with real-time feedback and support, be sure to check out SharqiDance.com, link in the description below. And I will see you next time. Happy dancing.